Shadow work is the key to your success. I know that may seem a little scary, but here's the deal. If you know all the manifestation methods, all the formulas, and all the esoteric knowledge, but you're still stuck, not seeing real shifts no matter how hard you try, there may be some unresolved shadows at work behind the scenes. Today we're going to talk about how to genuinely work through them and dissolve them for real. First, let's explain what shadow work is. From a hermetic perspective, shadows, demons, or patterns, whatever we might call them, are actually fragmented, traumatized aspects of your own consciousness that got stuck and started forming a specific loop that no longer benefits you. We can use the shadow of sloth, greed, or fear as examples. These don't just appear randomly. They often come from heavy experiences in your own life, and even from the collective cellular memory of your ancestors that's still stored deep in your system. Back in the day, these patterns kept us alive. Fear kept you sharp and alert to real dangers. Greed helped you secure resources when food or safety was scarce. Sloth let you conserve energy during long, harsh seasons. They were straight-up survival tools wired into us. But in the modern world, they serve no real purpose anymore and actually hold you back hard if they stay unconscious. That fear of public speaking? It could be ancient cellular memory screaming that getting rejected by the tribe meant possible death, because back then we needed each other to survive. Now it just keeps you small, hiding your voice and your magic from the world. These shadows get stuffed not just biologically, in your nervous system, your body chemistry, even your brain, but in the spiritual dimensions too. Your emotional body, your energy field, your aura. They create dense blockages that stop the free flow of consciousness circulating through you. Life force gets jammed up, and suddenly, manifestation feels like pushing a boulder uphill. Okay, so now that we know what a shadow is, this is where it gets crazy. There is a second demon or shadow that arises the moment you react to the first one. This being that thinks it is you gets pulled into all those reactionary scenarios, feeding the loop and building up more karma along the way. This entity is actually the key to successful shadow working, not the first demons we talked about. The first demons are more like imagined shells, psychic fractures and trauma echoes frozen in time. They're energetic residue, not fully real anymore. But that reactive entity wearing your face, pretending to be the real you, that's the one pulling the strings and keeping the whole cycle alive. That's the real source of your troubles. This second entity is basically your ego structure. It exists to protect you, or at least what it thinks you are. It's not evil. It's not some villain trying to ruin your life on purpose. It just doesn't understand logic, higher reasoning, or any of the deeper faculties of consciousness. Its only goal is to maintain its own existence as you. This lower self holds on to all your patterns, the negative ones and even the positive ones. It will fight tooth and nail to keep every single one of them alive because it believes letting any of them go means it dies. Meanwhile, your true spirit or higher awareness keeps slipping further and further away. At a certain point, it can feel like there's barely any soul left inside. That's when you fall into that mental hell of endless loops, the same reactionary patterns playing over and over that don't serve your highest good at all. If you have a dream or a calling, this is why it starts feeling almost impossible to take the real steps towards it. The damaged shadow selves and this lower self grip so tight that every move forward gets sabotaged by the old survival loops. A shadow doesn't just sit quietly inside you. When left unchecked, it starts creating what feels like a personal hell world that constantly unfolds in the present moment. These shadows act like self-perpetuating karmas. They keep repeating the same patterns over and over again until they're finally dissolved. It's like being stuck in Groundhog Day. Every day feels the same because the same loops keep playing out, pulling you back into the same situations, emotions, and outcomes, no matter how hard you try to break free. We all carry different shadows, so this hell world looks different for everyone. One person might retract deep into fear and freeze up, never taking the steps they know they need to build their dream life. They stay small, make excuses, and watch opportunities pass them by while feeling more and more trapped. Another person might react through patterns of anger, lashing out, sabotaging things, and pushing away or scaring the people they actually hold dear. Over time, those harmonious relationships drift further and further away, leaving them isolated and wondering why everything keeps falling apart. This is where it gets dangerous. If these patterns stay unconscious and never get brought into awareness, they can keep running the show for years, even until death. The same cycles, the same pain, the same unfulfilled potential repeating on autopilot. The hell world becomes your normal reality, and the true self stays buried underneath it all. In order to truly heal, we must work directly with the lower self, that second entity that arises the moment you react to the outer demons. This could be someone pissing you off, an external event triggering a deep-rooted fear, or anything that sets off those old patterns. The outer triggers and first demons do hold importance, but the real healing happens when you start observing your reaction and the shadow entity that takes over in that moment. That's when fear, anger, and other low vibrational emotions try to possess you and run the show. The single most powerful method is turning the light around to observe the self. The moment you catch that entity trying to rise up and act as you, it loses a huge amount of its power. Just seeing it clearly starts to dissolve its grip. This can take a while to master, so don't beat yourself up if you can't dissolve the patterns right away. Be patient with the process. Every time you catch it, you're making real progress, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. The other key practice is consistently invoking your higher self. Whatever that looks like for you, prayer, meditation, affirmations, ritual, whatever resonates, keep calling upon it. Over time, this higher form of awareness will start to lead your path instead of the lower self. The more you do this, the more the lower self loses control, and the old loops naturally fall away. All right, this leads us to the final method we will cover in this video. Journaling is one of the most powerful ways to dissolve and make real meaning out of your demons and shadows. Daily journaling is straight up necessary if you want lasting change. Here's why it works so well. It objectifies the invisible psyche. Human beings have deep, secret beliefs, fears, and desires that secretly run their lives. Writing forces you to apply concepts and labels to those nebulous thoughts, pulling them out into a scannable theater of the imagination where you can actually look at them and work through your projections. It also gives the demons the systematization they crave. The human psyche loves to be organized and have meaning made out of it. When you apply a magical or mythological construct to your life on paper, your troublesome habits and anxieties finally feel understood. That understanding causes them to naturally resolve, get on friendly terms with you, and stop pestering you. Empathy is key in this process too. You have to empathize with these shadows in order to truly dissolve them. At the end of the day, these are fragmented aspects of you, or more accurately, aspects of the soul of the world that you are part of. People who just toss them out, hate them, or try to bury them deeper only tighten their grip and make the pattern stronger. If you're tired of spinning in the same loops, feeling stuck even though you know so much, and you want a clear, practical system to do this shadow work every day, my Book of Shadows was made for you. It gives you the exact prompts, structures, and magical frameworks to journal effectively so you're not just staring at a blank page wondering what to write. You'll start turning those inner demons into allies and finally move toward the freedom, clarity, and dream life you actually want. Without it, a lot of people stay lost, knowing they need to journal but never really making the deep progress because they don't know how to structure it or hold that empathetic space. Patreon members get it for free. It's also available for a small one-time fee, and it's yours forever. Links below. Thank you for watching and going on this journey with me. I appreciate every single one of you. Remember to keep shining on.